So welcome to my makeup tutorial. I bet you've never heard a dad give a makeup tutorial before. You can look all over YouTube and find anybody, influencers, celebrities, pop stars, doing makeup tutorials, but I bet you've never seen one from a dad. Now mine's going to be a little bit different. We're going to talk about something a little bit different, so I hate to disappoint you. I'm going to let you know right away, it's not about facial girl makeup. It's a different kind of makeup. Aha, it's a play on words. And I could go down the road of makeup, like making up from an argument, which I've done before on another video, so I'll put the link down below in the description about the ingredients for an authentic apology and how to make up with someone. But I'm going to take even another spin on the phrase makeup. So it's not makeup like, eyeliner and foundation. It's not makeup like working through an argument. It's making up for lost time. So I'm going to tell you how to make up for lost time. That is my dad angle on my makeup tutorial. So here's the key 4 areas in your life that I want to talk about making up for lost time. Now one of these, or a couple of these, or maybe all of them will apply to you. Just figure out which one is for you and how to apply what I'm going to be giving you for free today. Little nuggets of wisdom that I like to pour onto other people. So number 1 area is your relationships. Number 2 is your health. 3 is your career. And number 4 is your walk. So what do I mean by all of that? Let's dive in. Number 1, relationships. Think about the broken relationships that you have right now and the time that you're losing. Because I'm telling you, 1 week can turn into a month, and a month can turn into a year, and a year can turn into 5 years instantaneously with broken relationships. Now, let's go there. There's some relationships that just need to be broken. You get away from toxic people. It's never going to work out. You're doing yourself a favor by getting out of those relationships. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just general broken relationships over something stupid. So go through your Rolodex in your mind about your contact list. Some of you might even not know what a Rolodex is. Anyway, your contact list in your brain, go through that and think of all the relationships that you have. And think of the ones that are broken. And think of the ones that are worth salvaging. Because making up for lost time is huge in your life. Don't let so much time pass on things. Because when you're in your 50s, like me, now you might be in your teens or your 20s. You think you got all the time in the world. Oh, things will work out. I've got time. I'm young. I'm just enjoying life. And that's true to a certain extent. But you need to think about making up for lost time. What are you losing time right now in your relationships? Where are you losing that time? Who can you make up with? So go through your list, figure out who you have a broken relationship with, who is worth mending that relationship with, and then start working on that. Reach out to them. Start softly, start easily, maybe with a text. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I was just wondering where things went wrong. And I was wondering if we could get together and talk about it, or maybe I could give you a call sometime. So if you can't meet up, maybe it's just a text exchange, maybe it's a phone call, but start bridging that gap, because I'm telling you, it will warm your soul when you mend broken relationships and not lose that time. So make up for lost time in your relationships by reaching out to those people, the ones that are worth salvaging the relationship with, and start working on patching that together. You will benefit from it. They will benefit from it, and the people around you will benefit from it, because you'll share that story with other people and they'll start thinking of their broken relationships, and it's contagious. It's one of those things that just pays forward when you mend broken relationships. So I challenge you to make up for lost time in your relationships. Number 2, let's think about your health. Where has your health gone wrong? Maybe you're not as healthy as you want to be. Maybe you're a little too heavy. Maybe something's wrong just physically that you can take care of, whether it be your diet, a makeover, your hair, a new hairdo, something, but you need to make up for lost time that you are killing yourself with from your own body. The shell that you live in needs to be taken care of because you only have one of those. Your body is it. From when you're born to when you die, you get one shell. That's what you live in, so you might as well take care of it. Start thinking about the areas with your body that you can make up for lost time. Because let me give you this example. Right now is day one. So when you're watching this, it's day one. Whatever 365 days later is a year from now. So it's the anniversary of the day that you watch this video. Guess what? If you're alive and nothing weird happens, you don't die, you don't get in an accident, this is day one. Day 365 is going to come. It's going to be a year later. What changes between who you are right now and who you are 1 year later are the little decisions that you make every day. That is so true with health. You can just make little decisions in your health every day. And a year from now, the anniversary of you watching this video, you can totally change your life. Some people can change their life health-wise in a matter of weeks, a month, maybe a couple of months. But think about a year. What can you do in 1 year? And all in the world it is little decisions that you make, little choices that you make every day. Now, I know that's not revolutionary, but just think about it. Would you like to project into the future and look at yourself 1 year from now and have a goal? Maybe you want to lose 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 70 pounds, which is possible in a year. Maybe you want to get fit. Maybe you want to start working out. Maybe there's different things in your body, in your shell that you live in that you want to change. Start making those little decisions right now and make up for the lost time. Because every day up to this point right now has been kind of lost time if you've not focused on taking care of your body. So do that. That's number 2. Number 3 is your career. Where do you need to make up for lost time in your career? Guess what? If you're in a job that you really don't like, and you just get up and you do the same thing every day and you come home and that's just it, and you don't think about change, you don't make any changes, you don't do anything in your life differently to wind up in a different place. Tomorrow is going to turn into next month, and it's going to turn into next year. It's going to turn into 5 years, 10 years, and you're still in the same dead-end rut job. It's so easy, off hours, in the night, early in the morning, to start thinking about what you really want to do in your career. What do you really want to do? What do you love? Where's your passion? Everybody dreams of having a job that they look forward to, that they go, that they're challenged, they're inspired. They're reaching other people, touching other people. They're doing what they love, and they figured out how to do what they love and get paid for it. That's the career everybody wants. Well, it's not too late. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Right this second is a brand new minute. You can start making different decisions. So if you're not happy in your current job, don't leave your job. You need that job because it's income to help you branch onto something else. So keep that job, keep doing what you do, but spend your mornings and your evenings and your nights differently. Spend them by learning a new trade, figuring out how to make money at what you love. Chase that dream, do that on the side until it becomes something strong enough to take over, and you can leave your job. You can leave that dead-end job because it's extremely possible with just little decisions and little discipline. That's all it takes to make up for lost time in your career. Simply change what you do in your morning routine, your evening routine, and your night routine. Those 3 areas are huge for people to really change their life. Any of these 4 topics that I'm giving you right now, those 3 areas of time, everybody has. And if you work a night shift, then just figure out what shift is yours. But you've got 3 different pockets of time every day outside of work in which you can figure out what you want to do with these areas by making up for lost time. So I encourage you, if you're in a job right now, you're in a career that you don't love, or maybe you're planning for a career in the future, start making those little decisions right now and don't lose time. Don't get stuck in a rut. Don't look back when you're in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and think, man, if I had done something differently, if I could go back in time to my teens or my 20s, this is what I would do. Think about that right now, because you're only in your teens and in your 20s one time. You don't get it again. Those little areas of your life you get one shot at. So start making the decisions right now of how to be super happy in your career. And lastly, your walk. So I talked about your relationships. I talked about your health, your career. Now let's talk about your walk. I mean your walk with Christ, your walk with God. Let's think about this for a second. And it's going to be very hard for you to wrap your brain around this. But it's true. This is a fact. The creator of the universe. You look at the world, you look at Earth, you look at all the planets, you look at the stars, go out at night and look up at the sky. The vastness, look at the ocean, just the vastness, the ginormity of it all. The creator of all of that wants to spend time with you. The creator of the universe loves you and wants to spend time with you. What are you doing in your walk? What are you doing to reciprocate? What are you doing to form that relationship and start understanding who God is in your life? Where have you lost time? So let's make up for some lost time. Maybe your walk isn't what you want it to be. You can start that right now. You can start getting in the Word, listening to worship music, talking to friends, finding other Christians, finding online pastors. Think of a subject that you are struggling in and say, sermon on blah, blah, blah. So whatever your blah, blah, blah is, you can go to YouTube, you can go to Google and just type sermon, S-E-R-M-O-N, a sermon, like a preacher talking, a sermon on this subject, and you can find it. Find several of them. Start listening to that. Start really diving in to the Word. If you don't have a Bible, get a Bible. Start reading the Word. The Word's online too. You can go to YouTube and get audio of any Bible, any book in the Bible. If you're not a reader, you can get it on audio. So many ways to get God's Word. But think about that. The creator of the universe wants to spend time with you. You would hate to hit the end of your life, die, and be in front of him and meet God, meet the creator of the universe, and talk about making up for lost time. Think if you spent your whole life, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s, and you never really took the time to get to know the creator of the universe. Talk about making up for lost time. Do that right now. So I encourage you, this is my makeup tutorial from a dad in these areas. And I'm talking about making up for lost time. Don't lose any more time in these areas. Make decisions right now, today. Write a list, put it in columns. My relationships, my career choices, my health choices, my walk with God. Make a list, make 4 columns, and figure out where it is that you need to work on, what it is that you need to work on. Figure out how can you change these things and how you can start making up for lost time. Because trust me, as a guy in his 50s, man, if I could go back to my teens and 20s, there's a lot of things I would do differently in these 4 areas by simply making up for lost time. I can't do that now. I try to make the best decisions that I can every day on a daily basis, minute by minute. But I can't make up for lost time. I can only live this day forward. So I encourage you with this nugget of wisdom. This is my makeup tutorial from a dad. In these 4 areas, make up for lost time in your life and stop wasting time in these areas. Start making the decisions that you need to make, and your life is going to be better for it, and everybody's lives around you is going to be better for it. It's going to improve all the way around. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you listening. I love pouring into other people, and I hope I poured into you today. Take care.